Yo, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about a p200A code for a 2016 Hyundai Sonata intake manifold runner performance bank 1, and just a quick way to diagnose it. So I have my snap-on Veris Edge scan tool. You first want to get the code, make sure that's the code, then go into, depending on what scan tool you have, if it's a higher model you can get to the engine data. So this one, I have engine right here. Then you want to find functional tests or any kind of test that can test the systems in your car. The specific one you're looking for is the VCM motor. So hit that. Perform test with key on, engine off, continue. And then we're going to go under the hood real quick and try to figure out what this problem is. Alright, so we're under the hood. This is the VCM motor you're looking for when you're testing it. This is a 2.4 liter motor. You want to come to the scan tool and hit start. That way the motor will start to move and you can listen to it. Alright, so you can actually hear it squeaking a good bit. That's not what it's supposed to sound like. It's supposed to be pretty quiet. You can just hear it clicking. We're going to take it apart and just look at the inside from there and see what we're going to do. It'll probably end up just being the whole motor. If you look down in there, you can actually see it is moving. Kind of hard to see with this. Right back in there. Alright, so to get this thing out, you got to take your air hoses off. This one just has 3 little Phillips head plastic rivets in it. And then you got to take this one off. It's 2 hose clamps, both 10 millimeter. Pull those off. Then you have 3 bolts. You have the 2 up top here, and then there's 1 down in there. You can see the hole for it. Just unbolt that. Next thing is on the other end of that, where the arm goes, there's a little metal clip you have to take off. Be sure not to lose that metal clip. You guys also want to remove that little bracket right there. And there's another bolt right there you can remove. That'll give these lines a little bit of play, a little bit of access to move this out. So, alright, so once you have everything off, you can just move this up and down. You can see the runner is moving just fine. You got the clip out down there. Basically the last step to getting this out is removing that little end of the arm out of there, which is pretty easy. You can just get a screwdriver down in there and pry it out. Let's see if I can. Just like that. Alright guys, so basically we can roll everything else out. The runners move freely inside, and you can hear the motor inside of this thing making a little bit of noise and actuate it. The last thing we're going to do here is we're going to turn it on with it out of the car. Just listen to it now. You can see it's still squeaking. It's pretty much a sign that this thing's going bad. So we'll get a new one in, and I'll show you what the new one sounds like once we get it in. New ones usually go for around 150 to 175-ish from the dealer. Alright, so we have the new part here. This is the old one. New one's already plugged in. Just gonna leave it on top of the motor and make sure it's not making any noise. So we'll go on the scan tool, get it moving, make sure it's not squeaking like the old one, let you hear what it's supposed to sound like. There's the new one, no more squeaking. It's basically what it's supposed to sound like, and that tells me that the old one is definitely bad. So we'll go ahead and get this one installed. There's the old one more time, just so you guys can hear the difference. When you guys get the new one, you'll see it doesn't have the arm connected to it. You actually have to transfer that. It's pretty simple. There's just a little clip in here. You don't want to lose that. But you get a screwdriver in there and pry it out. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to get this on video. I'm going to need both my hands. But we'll get that out. Pull this arm out, put it in the new one, put the clip back in. If by chance you do lose that clip, you can buy yourself some E-clips, and one of these E-clips will fit. You just got to figure out which size it is. Get it back in there. Don't forget to put this clip back on. It's very important. Get your 3 bolts back in. 1, 2. Number 3 is down there. Tighten them up. Get them brackets back on. 8mm there. 12mm there. So last thing you guys want to do, you want to clear your check engine light. I already did that. You want to drive it around. In this case, I already drove this one around for about 15 minutes. No check engine light, no codes. That basically concludes the video. That part was definitely bad. If that ends up not being your issue, you might have a wiring issue. You want to check the plug, get wiring diagrams, and you also want to check the flapper inside the manifold. If this video helped you guys, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, guys.